Hi guys, my name is Sakina. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Now I know it's been a while, like lot of months since I've uploaded any kind of video. I'm so sorry for that. There's a reason to that. I was dealing with the reading slump. I was having a reader's block. I did not read for like 4 or 5 months. Then my exam started and I was preparing for them. And lucky shukar se I passed with good grades. And as soon as my exams got over, I did the most bookworm thing. I went to the market and I bought 13-14 novels. Then I read It Ends With Us. I chose it because I have seen it all over my Instagram for like months, and oh my god, it's my first adult romance novel that I've ever read. It's fiction, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be my favorite for a long time. Now, if you want to know why I'm saying what I'm saying, make sure you watch this video till the end, because I'm going to be telling you a lot of things, like why you should read this book, top 5 reasons of why you should read this book, and some potholes that I did not like. Like this book is top notch perfect, but still choti cheezein thi that I did not like, and why everyone in this world should read this book. And at the end of the video, मैं बहुत सारे quotes बोलने वाली हूँ that were my favorite, that I loved in this book. So make sure you stick around till the end. And yeah, I guess let's just get started. I'm gonna first tell you the prologue, the synopsis. I have it right on the phone. I don't have the copy of the book. I lent it to my friend and she's watching it right now. She should know that if I did that, she's special to me. If you are a bookworm, you know कि हम अपनी books किसी से भी share नहीं करते. अगर हम करते हैं तो they are the world to us. So anyway, let's just read the prologue. It's right here. Sometimes the one who loves you is the one who hurts you the most. ये उसका quote है. Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She has come a long way from a small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston, and started her own business. So when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Ryle Kingate, everything in Lily's life suddenly seems almost too good to be true. Riley is assertive, stubborn, maybe a little arrogant. He is also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily. But Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. As questions about her new relationship overwhelm her, so do the thoughts of Atlas Corrigan, her first love, and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Ryle is threatened. With this bold and deeply personal novel, Colleen Hoover delivers a heart-wrenching story that breaks exciting new ground for her as a writer. It Ends With Us is an unforgettable tale of love that comes on an ultimate price. This was the synopsis. I'm gonna now tell you my side. First reason why you should read this book. Let's just get started. First reason of why you should read this book is the writing style. Like, oh my god, I've never read something like this. When I read the first chapter of this book, I don't know what it was. It was reader's intuitions. I just knew that this book was going to be amazing. It was so good. I was laughing my ass out in the first chapter and it was so unbelievable. क्या होता है कि at the day of the funeral of her dad, Lily is in Boston and वो एक terrace पे जाती है. It's a beautiful terrace. So you can see the view of the whole city of Boston. So जैसे ही वो उस दिन जाती है, she also sees a guy and guess what the guy name is? It's Ryle. And yeah, तुम सोच लो क्या होने वाला है. They talk to each other, they click. You know, it's not love at first sight, but it's definitely attraction at first sight. And it was beautiful. Like they were talking to each other. ऐसा लग ही नहीं रहा था, you know, कि जबरदस्ती दिखाया गया है. I mean, that was the part of the book that I loved so much. Everything seemed so realistic. The conversations of the both main characters felt so real to me and felt so amazing, so cliched also. But like यार कभी-कभी ना cliche चीजें पढ़नी चाहिए. Trust me, cliche चीजें पढ़ने से भी बहुत मजा आता है और मुझे तो बहुत मजा आया. If you are not a reader, go online and read the first chapter. I am pretty sure that you are going to be convinced कि मुझे अब तो ये book पढ़नी है. On the starting chapters, this book may feel like it's a typical romance novel, but as you go in and as you turn the page around, it's not like you're gonna force yourself to read this book. मतलब आपको खुद से महसूस होगा कि यार पढ़ते जाऊँ रुकू ना. I mean, I was dealing with the reading slump and when I picked this book up, I was like यार खत्म करना है इसको तो अब. I was enjoying it thoroughly. I was laughing. It was beautiful. There were some scenes that were adorable. There were some funny scenes. There were some emotional scenes as well, and I was connecting to them. And the plot is such in a manner that you're gonna fall in love with both of the characters. When they do something wrong, it doesn't feel like that they betrayed themselves. it feels like that they betrayed you. आपको betrayal feel होगा, आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि यार ये कैसा कर सकता है ऐसा, मतलब आप इतना connect हो जाओगे ना. Colleen Hoover is a magician. I mean the character building that she does, you won't even feel that you are getting connected to the characters. It will happen so naturally that you're not gonna even realize it. When I say that this book had amazing character building, I just didn't mean it for the two main characters. I meant it for all of them. It's hard not to love these characters. All of the characters that Colleen Hoover created in this book, they were all so amazing. Especially Alicia. Alicia is actually Lily's best friend, who is also happens to be Ryle's sister. Reading about her, she was like one of the best friends that I've ever read about. And there is a scene when they are in a pub and they are talking to each other, they are drinking. It's a beautiful scene. She tells all of them that she is pregnant, and at that time I felt so stupid because I felt like crying for her, because I was literally happy for her. I could not believe that I was connected so much with her. ऐसा होता है ना कि हम बहुत सारे books में side characters से connected नहीं होते. It's like that the side characters are just there for giving meaning to the story. A lot of authors, what they do is that they do the amazing character building for the both main characters, but they don't do it for the side characters. But Colleen Hoover focused on all of them. The mother of Lily. There's a scene when after that incident, Lily goes to her mother for seeking any advice or seeking contentment, to be honest. And when she is talking to her, the conversation that they have was one of the most beautiful, wise conversations that I've ever read. It was like just the best. The way I was feeling about Lily's mother, I wanted to go into this book and I wanted to hug Lily's mother because of the all things that she had suffered, and she never gave up on Lily. I mean, thinking about something like that just made me cry, just made me feel happy, and just it made me feel proud. And the second thing I wanted to say is about Atlas Corrigan. He is Lily's teenage love. क्या होता है कि लिली के घर के सामने एक abandoned house होता है and Atlas was living in it. उसके विंडो के सामने उसका घर होता है, घर तो नहीं, but Atlas was staying there. He was homeless. तो लिली को पता चल जाता है that he is staying there, and she goes and she helps him. It was like just the most beautiful feeling, and it made me create a fantasy world of mine too. I mean, I was imagining कितना मस्त होता है ना कि I am living in a house and मेरे घर के सामने एकदम कोई लड़का रह रहा है smart सा, and I'm sneaking out on him. I'm seeing him every day. Because of some circumstances, he is homeless and he is living there on his own. And Lily tends to help him, and उस process में they get to know each other. They start off as friends and then they fall in love. It's not like one dumb guy, one dumb girl who are just basically kid and they are falling in love. No, it's not something like that. The conversation that they have, both of them, Atlas and Lily, at that time too, when they are just 17 or 16 years old, is so freaking wise. I love it because हम teenagers को ऑफिस में दिखाया जाता है that we have no brains, but the conversation that Lily and Atlas have, they are so wise and they felt so realistic. Like I said a lot of times in this video that this book is really realistic. Okay, so the conversation that they both have made me fantasize the world, and I was imagining me and Atlas having that kind of thing. It was beautiful, man, and he was just the right person at the right time. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा reading about him. I loved him so much and I wanted more. गुस्सा आ रहा था Colleen Hoover पे क्योंकि मुझे वो स्टोरी इतनी अच्छी लग रही थी. I wanted to read their teenage kind of love more, but it didn't happen. मतलब ऐसा होता है कि in the present life the story is going on about her and Ryle, and then she's reading her journals जिसमें Atlas और Lily की स्टोरी चलती है. I mean, just imagine such a nice plot, and we as readers we have interest कि क्या होने वाला है. And I mean, it's such a clever plot that Colleen Hoover has built. Like at the same time Lily is talking about her present, and at the same time she's reading her journal where we are learning about her past, her teenage love and everything like that, and also the abuses that she faced, scenes and the episodes of her father and mother, all of that childhood trauma. We are reading them through the journals, and it's sometimes very hard to read. The words are just flowing and you are reading them. It feels so beautiful. Nothing feels unrealistic in this book. ऐसा दिखाया जाता है कि लड़कियां या तो कुछ बुक्स में बहुत ही अच्छी होती हैं, they are either boss lady की बहुत arrogant वगैरह होती हैं, और just they are dumb. But Lily, she felt so real to me, and it's been a while since I've read this book. I still think about Lily because she is unforgettable. She is the character that I'm gonna remember all my life. She has impacted my life in such a manner that I'm never gonna forget her. Let me just say that. Colleen Hoover's character, I have read 3 more of her books. They are unforgettable, man. And the reason why they are unforgettable is because कितनी बारीकी से वो एक धागा बुन के अपने character को लिखती है ना. I mean, it felt so personal. I was literally getting connected to Lily, and when something was happening to her, I was getting hurt. When you get into it, जब आप उसका first half पढ़ते हो, there is something unbelievable that happens. Now, I'm not gonna give you any spoilers because that would be a crime. This book is one of the best books that I've ever read, and I'm pretty sure that if anyone reads it, they're gonna love it. Especially guys. I know guys are not a sucker for romance novels, but reason why every guy should read this book. Trust trust me on this behalf that I have read more than 15 novels in my life, like 50 books. And if I am saying that this book is one of my favorites, there is some reason, guys. Trust me. So please read this book. I cannot recommend enough. And this book is kind of about domestic violence. It deals with a lot of things that gonna f up your mind when you get into this book. It's gonna be heart-wrenching. It's gonna divide your soul in two parts. It's gonna break your heart. It's gonna rip out your soul. And trust me, these things will happen slowly when you get into this book. It's just heart-wrenching in the most beautiful way. And after the first half, when you read the first incident that happens to Lily, you're crying your eyes out. And you just never ever imagined Ryle doing something like that. And the thing is that the incident feels so real. मतलब आप जब उसको पढ़ोगे ना, आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि यार ये तो किसी के साथ भी हो सकता है. I mean, I can even imagine myself and my future boyfriend and we having this kind of incident. What happens is that Lily is drunk and they are having dinner and Lily is kind of tipsy. She's laughing and all. And like I said, Ryle is a neurosurgeon. Okay, तो क्या होता है कि Lily ट्रे रखना भूल जाती है. वो ओवन में रखती है कुछ खाने के लिए. And Ryle actually goes in and without gloves he opens the oven and he brings it out. He has this big surgery on Monday and his hands are burned. He's literally panicked. Lily is laughing because she's drunk, of course, and in that panic he pushes Lily and that is it. Our hearts are broken. We have no idea what the hell is going on. We have no idea how to react. And I could not read more. I was reading it again and again when the scene happened because I could not believe it. Colleen Hoover की writing इतनी अच्छी है कि आपको लगेगा कि रायल ने आपको betray किया है. उसने लिली को betray नहीं किया, लिली पे हाथ उठा के. उसने आपको betray किया है. And I literally felt that is why I was crying because the way Colleen Hoover described Lily's feeling after the incident, आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा. I cannot explain it. It was seriously the most heart-wrenching scenes I have ever read in a novel. Why? I guess is because Colleen Hoover herself, when she was a child, she saw those things. It's based on her real life. And after reading this whole book, when we got into the epilogue and whatever you say जो last में होता है, author's note बोलेंगे अपन तो author's note में लिखा हुआ था that she actually saw her father hitting her mother. She was a victim of childhood trauma and that was the time when I was not feeling myself. I just knew why this book was so perfect. Colleen Hoover gave her 100% and this book is just awareness for everyone. Like every Gen Z should read it because it can happen to any one of us. Ryle can be you, Lily can be you, anyone can be those characters because they are relatable AF, they are realistic AF. हम कितने आसानी से judge कर लेते हैं, when we actually read something on the internet of child abuse, of domestic violence, we just think यार they should have ran away. Why did the wife be with the man? We do not consider any more possibilities कि क्या पता वो अपने बच्चों के लिए है उस relationship में. We judge the mother. We are like, how can she suffer? Why can't she just leave the man? And this book, trust me, will change your opinion like hell. I could not say anything more than this. These were the reasons, the writing style, the characters. This whole book feels like so much more than just a book. It's a life story. It's a beautiful journey of an independent, dumb girl who is just like us or a guy who's just like you. Not exactly just like you. It can happen to any one of us. I mean, everything, the words, the feelings of this book. And one thing that I forgot to mention is the intimate scenes. So like I said, it's an adult romance novel. So intimate scenes तो आएंगे ही. You can see my cheeks are getting red because it was one of the best intimate scenes that I've ever read and it was so much in detail. Like I've never read these things in detail and I'm not gonna say anything more than that. Whenever I was reading those kind of things, 3-4 है, ज़्यादा नहीं है. There are 3-4 intimate scenes in this book, but all of them, oh my god. Trust me guys, writing intimate scenes is not easy for an author because these are the characters that you love. You are connected to Lily, you are connected to Ryle and you are just desperate and you are crying out loud when they are having sex because you want it to happen because they are your favorite characters. When I was reading, I was screaming in my head and there were some things happening to me and I'm going to end this video right here, right now. I'm not going to say more than that. I hope I literally inspired you to read this book because it's one of my best favorite novels that I've ever read and I am going to beg you to read this. It's going to be the best experience of your life. Yeah, it's heart-wrenching. Yeah, you're going to cry your eyes out. Yeah, it's going to rip out your soul. Yeah, you're going to laugh your ass out too and you're going to do some things to yourself when you do read the intimate scenes. I'm going to say that, nothing more. Now, I'm so sorry if I lagged in reviewing this book. I don't want you to, just watch my review and decide कि मुझे ये book नहीं पढ़नी because it's top notch amazing. I'm going to end this video again right now, right here. So thank you so much for watching this video guys. Stay safe, stay happy. Bye bye.